Mustard soup. How to make the best tasting soup ever. How to make the best tasting mustard soup, which has unbelievable flavor. People who hear the term mustard soup will immediately wonder if this can possibly be any good. Soup made with mustard? Well, let me tell you a true story. My sculptor brother, who lives in the Dutch city of Groningen, took me and my son and his wife to a small restaurant in the countryside, and he ordered mustard soup. We weren't that brave. When his soup arrived we were all very curious of course and dipped our clean spoons into his soup to get just a tiny taste. Well, our preconceived notions vanished immediately and we all ordered mustard soup for ourselves. If only I could have gotten the recipe was my reaction once I returned to the States. I definitely wanted to recreate this soup, did some research, and voila, my own recipe was born. The wonderful thing with this soup is that it takes very little time to make, doesn't require a gazillion ingredients and has a lot of flexibility as to how much of everything goes in there. Well, of course, as long as we don't overdo it. This is what you need. 1. Water. Start with a small saucepan, don't make a gallon and find out you hate it. 2. Dijon or perhaps brown mustard works best. American yellow mustard would depart too much from what we tasted. A small jar will have enough mustard for our soup today. 3. 1 scallion or about 1/3 of a leek, not too much finely cut, or chopped. A quart of an onion, finely chopped, can be added as well. An onion can be fried with the bacon, see below. 4. Salt to taste. 5. 1 slice of bacon, well done and crushed into small pieces. If this is against your beliefs, skip this step, but I can't vouch for any substitutes, like beef or chicken. 6. White flour to thicken the soup at the end of cooking it. If you are gluten intolerant, substitute with gluten-free, as long as they have the light taste. After the water is boiling and you have cooked the scallions in there, turn down the heat to medium-low, and add some salt, then some mustard, and the bacon and the onion. Keep stirring until the soup thickens just a little. Don't make it too heavy. Easy on the flour. Just some slight thickening texture to the soup is more than enough, but no harm done if you overdid it just a little. The amount of mustard to add is totally up to you. I usually start with about 2 to 3 tablespoons full for a small saucepan. Add more salt if needed. Time involved, maybe 5 to 10 minimum, and everyone will rave about it. For larger portions, use more bacon, onion, leek or scallion, salt, mustard. Simple enough. Now, it is entirely possible that this little restaurant had some secret up its sleeve, but my imitation recipe comes pretty darn close. Remember, the main ingredient is Dijon mustard, so it's no rocket science. Mustard soup. How to make the best tasting soup ever. How to make the best tasting mustard soup, which has unbelievable flavor. People who hear the term mustard soup will immediately wonder if this can possibly be any good. Soup made with mustard? Well, let me